Attention.
If you stop this podcast recording at any time,
you will die.
I don't want to die.
Do you want to live?
You have 24 hours to share this podcast with 5 people or you will die.
I'm kidding, you won't die. You're just weak shit for not sharing.
And the winner of the best motherfucking podcast goes to...
Black with no cream.
What do you think?
It's so fucking dumb and so fucking Ben Haggerty.
I knew you would say that.
And we are back with another Black with No Cream podcast. New episode every single Sunday and Wednesday. I'm your host, Ben Haggerty, aka Ben Reverse World. And today is going to be a little different of a morning roast episode. I'm just going to kind of go off top and just quickly talk about our latest merch release. We did it. The Black with No Cream merch is now available to the motherfucking public. And I'm super proud of, I'm looking at it right now, I'm looking at the website right now, and I'm so proud of this merch. And it's crazy because I haven't even gotten the physical merch yet. I got like maybe half of it just the other day. And I was having Lauren film me just to make like a quick reaction video or me being stupid as I open up the packaging. And as I was opening up the packaging, I was like really excited. Like I didn't plan for it. Maybe I could post that. I'll post that video sometime, but I was like genuinely excited to see and feel it because it looks so good. The designs came out so well. We had a squad of people designing this. I'll get into that in a second, but just the material feels fucking awesome. It's so soft. I'm wearing it right now. It's fucking shit. It's soft as hell. I haven't even gotten the hoodie yet. I haven't gotten the hat yet. The mug, I haven't seen that yet. Like those things are coming soon because the hoodie, we got the Bwnc on the chest. It's like embroidered. And the hat is embroidered as well. So we haven't gotten those yet, but like I got a couple of the shirts and I'm just super stoked on it. We got to have our legendary Stephanie. She fucking is a beast, 24K7 design. She's the one that created the original Black with No Cream logo. So if you look at the merch with me right now, the shirts that have the Black with No Cream cup logo on the back, and the long sleeve and the creator tee that has that, and the Black with No Cream, the No Coaster tee. Those are the original creations that she made for Black with No Cream when I first started this shit. And I love those designs and I want to keep them around as much as possible. So we'll make different forms of that. But we also have my boy Scotty, who owns Perspective Collective. He is an insane artist. This guy's hand lettering is fucking amazing. You got to look him up. I've had him on the podcast before. I was on his podcast twice. And what was cool was the first time we did the podcast, he hand draws or hand illustrates his cover for that week's podcast. So every week this motherfucker sits down and comes up with like a real design for that week's episode around the topic of what the episode was about. And I think like the first time we did it, he made that shit on a cup. He did it on a paper cup, like a paper coffee cup, and it looked so ill. And I asked him to vector it because I'm like, we got to do something with this. And so for the second time we came back, he vectored it, stylized it, made it look a little bit more unique, and gave me the rights to be able to use it. So shout out to my boy Scotty for designing this shit. You guys gotta go follow him. He didn't have to do that shit. He has his own business. We could have done a collab. He could ask for money. He didn't ask for anything. So whenever this merch store makes money, I'm gonna definitely hook the boy up or get him and his wife out on a fat date on Black with No Cream. But yeah, check out the mug that he made. We put it on a white tee, the Pay Your Dues. We call it the Pay Your Dues tee. I fucking just love that design. It's so cool. And then keep creating the hoodie and the t-shirt. That was all Dave's idea. Dave fucking led that shit. He worked with Stephanie to deliver it. Dave's trying to get into that a little bit more. He knows merch, so I really lean in on him to kind of steer that ship and make sure we're creating fly shit. And as well as the creator tee, like we just wanted to have something that's just simple, creator across the chest. I don't know. I love all this merch. I could talk about it forever. I just wanted to hop on here. I know it's a morning roast. It's a Wednesday. I don't know if we uploaded last week or maybe I did last week and didn't do the week before, which I felt bad. I was doing this thing with Disney, editing like a commercial for them. So that took a lot of time away from me. But Dave just moved here from Texas to LA. Everyone give a clap for Dave. I'm going to do his interview. We need to do that shit soon. I've been looking and trying to figure out what we're going to do for this Black with No Cream office, especially now that we're launching merch and we're starting. I mean, now it's like we can find whatever the business model is, I guess, of Black with No Cream. So hopefully it could like generate income. And then with the income, we can, get a space where we can make the interviews a little bit more productive, have proper lighting, sound treat the shit, make it look awesome. And on top of that, just have a spot where we could post up and shoot content. I made a tutorial maybe I'll just drop the tutorial tonight. Fuck it. It was just about how I shot something for EA Sports in Atlanta. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to drop this shit and I'm going to drop the tutorial tonight. But anyway, I made the tutorial. I did it in my house. It felt good to make a tutorial. I want to make more YouTube content. And so I think for me, I work out of my living room in my house. I'm in between getting offices and stuff. I've been just trying to figure out what our plan was for the new year. And it's hard for me because Lauren has a business in our house as well. And it requires her, having a quiet environment. She does eyelash extensions and shit. So these girls are laying down as zen for like fucking 2 hours and they're just having conversations. So I'm not really like out in the living room screaming at a camera, being ridiculous, like vlogging or whatever. It's more so like headphones, being quiet. So it's kind of limiting on what I'm able to do. So when I do have the chance to record, maybe it's been a full day of working, I'm tired, it sucks. I just want to be able to pop into an office, not have to put the lights all up and the cameras all up every time I record a podcast. Just hit fucking play and go, and I can eliminate time that I have to spend on doing that shit and get more content created because, doing a podcast takes a lot of time. And I think it'd be cool if we did have a dedicated space because then we could have like multiple people coming through and just fucking, hammer out episodes and hopefully put them out more often. So there's just way more content, get up space where our editors can come and work, like we can create shit together, like just make more courses or whatever you want to call it, like things that we could deliver to the community to give back and also find ways to educate properly and team up with the creators that I know personally that are just insane in this world, that are just killing it, murdering it, and are able to give back in ways where I can maybe do all the heavy lifting, speak with them, figure out, how to be a photographer on tour, how to do this on graphic design for major companies, how to edit a Disney commercial, whatever it is, we could find ways to deliver that as a packaged content. And I think that's where we're going to head over the next year, is build that out. And on top of that, contest, building out engagement. Like we want to find ways to make the community engage with each other. So meetups are going to become a thing. We're working on that right now. I'm not going to say too much about it, but I will say March contest. It's going to happen. Cash prizes and shit. And it's going to be worth it. But it'll be cool because it's going to be my first time collaborating with the brand. I'll talk more about that shit later for sure. I'll have a way to announce this, but I'm excited to start working with companies that I think pair well with Black with No Cream and can provide real value. I mean, in the meantime, that's it. The only way I'm able to create revenue, to pay people like Dave to help me write the morning roast episodes, or Nikos and Justin to be able to be interning. And, it would be nice to kick these dudes cash every once in a while. Everything comes out of my pocket as of now. So like, cool, we have merch. Once I pay off the whole owning a merch store, it's like nice that we now have general income, which hopefully we could put into a space, like I said before, and do all these things and like slowly build this shit up. So we're working on stuff like that. Obviously, if you guys have ideas, I'm always open to it and would love to hear what your ideas are. Man, I talk a lot. I do talk a lot. I'm sorry. But I just want to get it off my chest and let you guys know where we're kind of at right now. But let's get back to the merch. Shop Bwnc.com. If you haven't been there yet, please take a little peek. Just take a little peek. See what's in there. We got 9 pieces of merch that are fucking incredible. We can ship worldwide. My boy Doyle, who was also on the podcast, which if you guys want to hear, the background of owning a proper printing shop and servicing shit like that, you got to listen to Andrew Doyle's episode on the Black with No Cream podcast. Do it. That's my homie from Iowa. We both live in LA now. And he runs his shop out of Long Beach and he's killing it. And so he's running the store for us. He's handling all the customer service. It's impressive. Like he's taking such a little amount of money off top to be able to do that. So I appreciate Andrew for fucking going out and doing that for us. He's been doing it for my homie Tim, who owns Everyday Astronaut, who was out like maybe my 4th or 5th guest on the podcast, also from Iowa. You got to check him out. Like, it feels good to just have a real store, have him help me save a little time that I could spend focusing on the bigger picture of Black with No Cream, and then to stay consistent and put things out. And we want to find creative ways to team up with designers that could make new merch that we might not think about. We just wanted to start with some stuff that could just be considered like flagship pieces for now and let those live in the store because, it needs to start somewhere. And then I think hopefully per month we could release something new. Maybe it's just a rare drop or a limited edition, just like the hoodie. The hoodie's limited edition. Once that shit runs out of stock, we're like done. It's just going to be sold out. We're not going to do it anymore. So if you're interested in the hoodies, if you live somewhere where it's cold, or if you work in the edit bays or whatever it is and you wear hoodies all the time like me, get this shit. The other perk is that all this merch is almost black. We have one white tee and we have one, what is it? Like pink, desert pink. So we like when we work professionally, you know, whether it's shooting shows or it's being on set, whatever it is, go black. It's always wear black. Like you need to be hidden in the background. You're not supposed to be the focus. You're not supposed to be wearing this cool ass fucking jumpsuit or some dope ass wild color shoes and whatever. Like you just need to be minimal. So what we like about our store is that it is that. And I think we can dive deeper into the, you know, the art of wearing black or what you should be wearing on set and stuff like that. But that's another reason why we made it, like a simple tee that's black or whatever, or a long sleeve that you can wear to set, and it makes sense to wear it to set, and it keeps you in the dark, it keeps you hidden, it lets you do your job, you're not standing out, you're not being absurd on set. Like that's important. So yeah, I don't know what I'm fucking talking about anymore, but anyway, I just want to talk about that shit. So yeah, thanks to everyone that bought merch so far. I did one little Instagram push on it. I posted it in the Facebook group. I haven't even gotten the clothes yet. Once we get the clothes, we're going to, you know, go out and shoot. I want to make some stuff with the first pieces I got yesterday or whatever, but I want to go out and run around and shoot some content. So we'll start doing some content blasts and make sure that hopefully everyone understands that it exists. But if you buy a piece of merch, just know that is helping us grow this entire movement and helping us build this brand, giving back as much as possible, doing what we do every day to make sure that the community stays alive and that we are able to properly put time and energy into focusing on how to help everybody. Like we want to help everyone and build friendships along the way. That's one of the main goals of Black with No Cream, is just to build community and find a great place to find resources and feel comfortable to share your shit. And it takes a lot of fucking man hours. Like I promise you, it's a ridiculous amount of time. So this all, you know, comes back, puts money behind what we're doing, and that's always appreciated. And yeah, and we get to all fucking rep this squad on our chest and our back. It's fucking dope. And it also know that there's a Patreon page. We haven't really, I mean, I mentioned it before at every episode, but if you don't understand what that is, Patreon is just a cool way for, if you feel like you get something out of Black with No Cream, the podcast and the Patreon, or the podcast and the fucking private community, if you feel like you've really gotten something worth of value and you want to find a way to give back to that, because it's free, it's always going to be free. Patreon's just a cool way to say like, oh, cool, I'm going to give Black with No Cream $5 every month just because I support the fucking wave and I get so much out of this shit. And that's why I'm going to throw my cash down on it. And literally $5, it's like a fucking Subway sandwich, yo. Like it's nothing. But if you do that, it's cool because we can set it up to give you perks back. Like $4 or $5, you get access to the podcast every week early. You get it 1 week early for a minimum of $5. And then you get like discounts on merch, like 5% off the merch. You get instant access to the private feed, all this shit. There's stuff there. Our goal is to work on the Patreon page and make it better. We want to make it so the perks are even heavier. We want to make even more value for everyone to engage and to be active on there. And maybe it's like writing up certain ideas and things that we just post only to the feed. We're working on that. So expect so many changes to come and just make the experience overall better. But overall, it's just a place to give to the community, just like this merch. So I appreciate everyone that is a Patreon supporter. I appreciate everyone that's buying merch. I appreciate everyone that's just fucking with the community, the idea, the brand, whatever, in general. It's super fucking tight. I cannot wait to do a meetup and meet everyone and try to get everyone into a single space. Yeah, we have a lot of ideas, guys. Yeah, that's it. I'll stop talking. I know this was like just about us and all that shit, but next week we'll come back fire with a good little morning roast full of nuggets and wisdom and shit that we spend our time making no money on, except for if you buy merch and support us on Patreon. You know, just a reminder. Okay, shopbwnc.com, patreon.com/blackwithnocream, 2 important sites, and yeah, you guys are fucking legends. We appreciate it. So keep creating. Have a great fucking work week. And I will see you on Sunday, you bitch!